Hey everybody, this is Traveling John. I am at the Schoodic Woods, Acadia National Park, and we're just gonna take a little tour of the Schoodic Loop Road. So this is like the main part of Acadia condensed to, I call it a mini Acadia. It's still Acadia, but the Loop Road is only 6 miles. So basically, it's not very big. So the whole park here is kind of encompassed within a 6-mile loop. So go slow because time or distance moves fast here. This is a little bit of the view. It's nice. It goes down the west coast of the peninsula. So the Schoodic Woods is a peninsula off the mainland of Maine. It's not an island like Mount Desert Isle is. And so this is our first little stop over here, which is really lovely. Lovely little stop. This is nice for kayaking. So if you like kayaking, there's a little area on the left and there's an area on the right. The main thing is that the tides fluctuate like massive here. So if you're here in low tide, forget it. You're not going to be able to get out. It's just dry. But if you are here in high tide, then it's a bliss. You can go out. You can go out into the bay. There's all kinds of kelp on the rocks. It's really, really pretty. So then this is the Fraser Point picnic area on the right. So there's a nice little area if you like to picnic. Then there's tables, fire pits, and all that stuff. There are numerous bike paths, not as many as the other side of the park, of course, with all the carriage roads, but there are some nice bike paths here, and there are some hiking trails. Now this is kind of the showcase of the park. This is on the west coast, and this is Frenchman's Bay, I think it's Winter Harbor, Frenchman's Bay. But you get back views of Cadillac Mountain, which is really amazing. So you get back views. I'm gonna actually turn my camera here so you can see the views. So you have the sound here, and you get back views of Cadillac Mountain, and there's a lovely little lighthouse here, lovely little island, and nice red rocks. You know, kind of the signature of Acadia is red rocks. So we have some very nice red rocks here, and you can get a nice view of the coast, the east coast or the west coast. Beautiful sunsets here. So at night, all along here is beautiful sunsets. I'm going to move my camera here. There we go. Look at this. Isn't this beautiful? Okay. So there's the lighthouse out there. We got a little boat, little ferry, maybe going to Bar Harbor. And so this is a lovely little spot. Okay, so that is kind of a little bit of the view as we're cruising down. Oh, we got a beach lover on the rocks out there, a little sunning themselves. Today's a good day. It's like 80-something degrees here, which is pretty crazy. Pretty toasty. We got some bikers here. And it is toasty day, not a lot of wind, so you don't get a lot of hot days like this in Maine, but this is nice, and I'm enjoying it. So we'll just keep cruising down the Loop Road here. Might as well, heck, just do a whole video of the Loop Road. What the heck? You don't have to leave your house. Okay, so here's another little spot over here in the trees that's really nice. You can kick back, get some nice views of the lighthouse here. Alright, we'll just keep cruising along. Da, 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 da. So put some music on. Now we'll just listen to silence. There we go. We got some more little tourists out here taking pictures of all the rocks. And we are cruising along the Loop Road. So this is a nice little area of the road here. This is the little bay here. which has low tide, and you can see lots of rocks and little islands, but in high tide it all gonna be covered. Whoopsie, watch it there, buddy. So this is a nice little area here. It winds through for a while. This is getting towards the southern point of the park, so we're making fast travel here. Okay, so check it out, check it out. Here we are. We got a little car in front of us here, some sightseers. And we'll just keep our little camera running here. That's little, let's see here, Pond Island out there. We got little seagulls flying around, lots of seagulls. And we have lots of cars. We got some cars behind us. But thankfully it's not like Cades Cove Road. Stop and go for 2.5 hours. So this is moving along at a good pace. So I'm gonna just do a little camera shift here. Over here, out the window. Really pretty. Out the window, pretty. There we go, pretty, very nice. This is nice, it's sunset. So I'm gonna come here tonight at sunset, and then there's a little bay over here, a little salt marsh, which is very nice. All right, and we're coming down to the end of the line here. We got Florida, somebody from Florida, getting the cool off a little bit there. Got the convertible, taking it in. Sounds like a good plan. And this is turn to the right, goes off to Schoodic Point, and the Schoodic Institute is that away. Schoodic Point juts kind of out into the water there, so it's pretty rough. Good for night sky viewing, and it's a pretty little area over there at Schoodic Point. Maybe they're gonna go to Schoodic Point. Yes, they're going to Schoodic Point. Very good. All right, so we're gonna go this way here, and we're gonna pass Schoodic Point, but you can go there on your own, and it's very nice. All right, so we are at the southernmost point of the peninsula, and there's some cool islands out here that when the tide gets low, you can actually walk out to the island. So like right now, this is low tide, and you can walk right out to the island, which is really cool if you like to explore. Okay. So, and then in high tide, it becomes an island. In low tide, you can walk out to it. We get lots of nice little views along here. This is all the southern point of the peninsula. You can see here we got some nice views out here. We got a nice little island out there. What do we got here? We got the smell of the wonderful ocean marsh, little mud flat smell, little decomposition going on here. Very nice. Okay, so that is. Now over here, that is Little Moose Island out there, and now this is Blueberry Hill. We'll just make a quick little drive through because I found my thrills on Blueberry Hill. That's the way the song goes. So this is a nice little area, nice little point here, and now we're basically going up the east side of the peninsula. And the east side of the peninsula, the waves become a lot, and there's all the roses, the beach rose. Smells beautiful. So here's the point. We got some people here, we got some activity, there's the point. And now from this point on, no pun intended, we're gonna go up the east coast of the Schoodic Peninsula. The west coast is protected by the islands and all that, so it's relatively calm. You know, it's kind of it's a bay, but out here it's a lot rougher. So the water's rougher, it faces the Atlantic, and you get some nice little what do you call them, nice red rock over here, nice little cliffs over here, and you get some really beautiful views. There's some islands out here as well. And so the east coast here going up is really pretty, very pretty. Oh, somebody's parking in the road, that's a no-no. Okay, anyway, we got rolling island out here on the right, and you get just gorgeous views. It's nice just to sit here, relax, take in the day, listen to the ocean waves. So this is blissful city over here, blissful city, and I'm gonna bliss out soon. I'm gonna take a stop myself here soon. I got a nice little spot here. I'm gonna get a little shade and sit out and listen to the ocean, but you can see this is all the ocean up here, and you get beautiful views of the island, Turtle Island. And there's also a lot of cobblestone beaches here. So what happens is the water's pretty rough, and so the stones tumble at the ocean shore, and they start becoming rounded rocks. And so there's a lot of beaches here just made up of all these rounded rocks. Like some of them are big rocks, big beaches, some are a little smaller. The faster the water moves, the stronger the current, the bigger the waves. So we're just gonna stop here because this is a cool little spot. Ah, don't fall off the cliff. All right, we're gonna go outside and just get a little fresh air and sunshine. All right, so we'll just do a little view while we're here, because this is where I'm gonna take a little break. Yeah, here we go. You even get some sound effects, ocean waves. Very nice. So this gives you a little view of the coast here. There we go. All right, you got the best spot over there. There we go. Oh my gosh. So you got cobble beaches here, so you can see there's lots of stones. They're all stones. And when the waves actually come in and out, the stones roll down the water and then they come back up. So I call them singing rocks, and or laughing rocks, whatever you want to call them, talking rocks. And then we got some nature lovers over here just kind of sitting out and taking in, but beautiful views. All right, so yeah, my little favorite spot there had some people not camping, but hanging out, and they're from Maine, so they know the best spots. That was a nice spot right in the trees there over the cliffs. So we'll just let them have their time, and I'm gonna go find another place to hang out. But here's one of these cobblestone beaches, as you can see right here. Okay, and this is low tide. So in high tide, the water will be coming up over the rocks, so making all kinds of noise, makes really nice pictures. So this is the East Coast, and it's not that long, you know. So it's you know, it's pretty amazing that this whole park is only 6 miles loop, 6-mile loop. So it's not big, but there's a lot in here. It packs a lot. There's a lobster boat out there. Those are all little lobster traps, lobster pots, lobster pots, I think they call them up here. So there's some lobster pots. There we go. These are some of the hiking trails. So the hiking trails go into the interior. There is, you know, it's a small mountain there, a couple hundred feet, I think. But there is a small little mountain, not as big as Cadillac, but it's a couple hundred feet. Good day for biking today. And this is one way. So one way. So once you're on, you can't turn back. You just got to keep going. But at least, you know, it's not that far. The other side of the mountain, Cadillac, over that way, Mount Desert Isle, yeah, you know, it's one way. Once you get on there, you can't turn back, and you're on it for a long time. Okay, so we just got another little area here. Got some hikers. This is the end of the peninsula, really, here. Just got some rocks here, some ocean, lots of beautiful views. Okay, so we just got some more views here of the little cliffs here and the little beach, cobblestone beach. Got a little pond. There's not a lot of fresh water here, but there is a little freshwater pond over here on the left. It's not the only one. The other side of the park has huge lakes and ponds, massive, massive, beautiful, beautiful. But here it's not so big, so we don't have a lot of freshwater ponds or lakes here. So that concludes our little tour of the park. I hope you enjoyed it, and come on up and check it out. It's a great place, and we'll catch you in the next video. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Say hello, and enjoy the time in the great outdoors.